Hello, I'm Nicholas Bone, Artistic Director of Magnetic North. This autumn we're celebrating two events. On October the 23rd, it would have been the playwright Tom McGrath's 80th birthday, and in November it'll be 21 years since Magnetic North's first production, which was The Dream Train, written for us by Tom McGrath. We've created a new version of The Dream Train, which we filmed under socially distanced conditions in Edinburgh in September. The Dream Train, as you might imagine from the title, takes place in a world that is not entirely real. It developed out of conversations that Tom and I had about dreams, and about how vivid dreams seem sometimes, and about how sometimes when you're dreaming you can dream that you wake up when in fact you're still asleep and still dreaming. We were both interested in the music of Bach, and in particular his music, the Goldberg Variations. Now there's a strange story about the Goldberg Variations, which may or may not be true. The story is that Goldberg was a young student of Bach's, but he had another job, to play at night to a nobleman who was an insomniac but liked to listen to music to try and help him get off to sleep. Because Goldberg was a student of Bach's, it seemed obvious that Bach could write some music for Goldberg to play to the nobleman. It seemed quite strange that you should ask someone to write a piece of music that would send you to sleep. It seemed a strange, sort of sideways compliment. There are four characters in the play: the Baron, his wife Laura, a mysterious young man, Chris, who turns out to be the Baron's son, and Goldberg, the figure who plays the music. But Goldberg also appears as two other characters: Tina, a rebellious teenage girl Laura meets on a train, and Julie, a young woman who comes to the Baron's lecture on Bach, in which he falls asleep, and keeps returning to see him over and over. One of the changes we've made in this version that you'll be able to see online is that we've introduced a new character, the pianist. In the original version we used Glenn Gould's recording. In this version we've worked with the pianist John Harris, and he plays the music live as the actors perform, and he becomes a character within it. We filmed it in the main hall at the Hub in Edinburgh, where Edinburgh International Festival is based. It's a beautiful atmospheric space, and it really suited the character of the play. We had to film it using social distancing because this happened in September 2020. We only had a limited amount of time to work on this project, so the actors are using their scripts, but we think of it as being like a concert performance. It was fascinating to come back to this play after so long. There are elements of it that seem incredibly up to date. The character of Goldberg, for instance, Laura refers to him as being a voice-activated music machine at one point, and you realise that Tom was foreseeing Alexa 20 years before the reality of that. I hope you enjoy watching it. The play takes about 90 minutes, but it takes you into this mysterious world of Bach and Tom McGrath and the amazing music of the Goldberg Variations.